Hey everybody, I hope you're all doing well. Well, today is day 5 of the detox, and as you guys know from my last video, I was struggling on day 3. My stomach was just going crazy, and I was extremely fatigued and weak, and I had a combination of things that were affecting me. So yesterday, I said, I got to do something because I'm really weak, and I don't want it to get worse, and I didn't want the MG to really aggravate me, and I was feeling some muscle spasms in my arms and in my legs, and I said, I'm going a little bit too far with this, and I was still struggling to get my water down. So I decided that, I got to get something to eat, and because of the fatigue that I was feeling, and I was feeling very lightheaded, I didn't want to drive, so I ordered some Italian food. I ordered 2 minestrone soups, um, garlic rolls with no garlic, and a Caesar salad with no cheese. And I'm telling you, an assault took place last night. I'm not even going to play with you, straight up. And I feel much better today. I really do. And today I got down a couple bottles of water. I had some tea, and then I said I'm going to go to the store and get myself some fruit so I can make some fresh juice and put the Irish sea moss in there because I need a little bit more nutrition. My stomach just can't handle the straight water. Um, so I go into the grocery store, and the very first thing I see, I said I was just coming to get a couple pieces of fruit, some strawberries and some blueberries, and then I saw this. What? Yeah, Max, that's what's up. Huh? Soursop. And I was not gonna pass this up. This is the one, baby. So I was so happy when I saw this. I was literally at the cash register like this. I was so happy to see this in the store. And I grabbed it and I said, I am going to work that. So there's another assault that's going to take place in here tonight. I'm telling you, I was so happy to see that. I really need that. And all the nutrients that it's going to provide me. I really need that because I don't want to stop the fast. So as we're just going to have to, I'm just going to have to switch it. Instead of just doing the spring water fast, there's also the juice fast where I was considering, just having 1 or 2 juices to put a little bit more on my stomach so that the nausea and the fatigue isn't so bad. There's also the partial fast, which would be 1 meal a day. So that's also something that I could consider doing. And there's the intermittent fasting, which we could consider. Intermittent fasting would be fasting every other day or just on the weekend, something like that. So I don't want to stop the fast, but I need to make sure that the discomfort isn't so bad that I'm not able to nourish my body and end up dehydrated like I did before. I don't want to do that. So, but I definitely feel much better from putting some, more nutrition in my body beyond the water and the Irish sea moss. So I'm going to have to incorporate a little bit more. So I bought some blueberries and I got some mango. So I have some fruit that I can, and I have the soursop. I also got sarsaparilla tea. So I have a few things to incorporate now to put a little bit more nutrition in my system and hopefully calm my stomach down a bit. So I'm going to work on those things. And I'm telling you, right now as I'm talking to you, I am thinking about this soursop. So as soon as this video is done, it is going down, baby. It's going down. And I think that's also going to help me a lot. And I'm going to go, continue with my water and see if it helps me, if it calms my stomach and enables me to drink more so I can keep that gallon going down, because it's very important to maintain your water when you're doing a detox fast. And I know from experience that if I don't maintain that water, I will end up in trouble, dehydrated in the hospital, and I don't want to do that. You know, my veins are so over it. They are so over it. The last time I was in the hospital, it honestly took, I think it was 4 or 5 sticks for them to get the IV the first time, because my veins just are so tired. They're so tired from, you know, a decade of being in the hospital on a regular basis. And when I say on a regular basis, I was in the hospital monthly for several years, because the treatment for myasthenia gravis is 5 treatments. It's the initial treatment that you'll get is called IVIG. It's a 5-day IV treatment. They put this big bottle of medicine in your IV, and you have to get it 5 days in a row. Sometimes you can get it outpatient. A lot of doctors don't like to do it because that means you have to go home with the IV, and you could, you know, it could fall out. You could damage it in some way. So oftentimes they will make you do it inpatient. You have to stay in the hospital for 5 days to get that treatment done. And for me, I have an allergic reaction to it, so I always have to stay in the hospital. And they normally give me 1 day off. So when I go, I'm there for 6 days. So I don't like to go. But after a while, sometimes that treatment will stop working, and then you have to do the treatment, what's called plasmapheresis. And you can see my neck scar from it. I normally, unfortunately, there's only 2 spots that they choose for it, unless you have a port put in, and that is the neck or the groin. And unfortunately, they usually do it in my groin. I have had it done in the neck. And it's a tube. It's an IV line about this long, because they have to use a major artery to filter your blood through this big machine. It's usually done by nurses in the dialysis unit. And that treatment also is for 5 days, but obviously it's a little bit more invasive than the IVIG, because it's a process. You know, it's a procedure for them to put that line in. So that is the treatment that I normally get now for the past about 5-6 years now. That's the treatment that I get when I go into the hospital. So I try to avoid it as much as possible. So when I feel myself getting fatigue and my muscle spasms start, I have to do whatever I need to do to help my body recover, so I don't have to go to the hospital. So after going through all that with just getting an IV, then I'll have to go through the process of getting treatment. So let's not talk about that, sweetie. No. We're doing much better, and you can see I'm stronger. I'm so much better than where I was a year ago. My body has the ability to recover, and I'm going to do what I have to do to recover. So I'm going to let you guys go, because it's time for me and this soursop to get to know each other. Okay, so I can get my strength up a little bit more and get that water down, so we can continue on this fast. 5 more days to go. Stay strong, keep the faith, believe in yourself. If you're having some difficulty with your stomach like I am, and you're falling behind on your gallon, consider doing the same. Get yourself some fruit and make you some fresh juice. Put your Irish sea moss in there so that you can build up your strength a little bit better, and keep on going with your fast, because just because you incorporate some fruit does not mean you're not fasting anymore. You're just going from the water fast to the juice fast. If you decide that you're going to eat, then you're doing the partial fast. But you have not stopped fasting, and do not give up on yourself. You're still doing it. Okay? So let's keep going, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Be well. Mwah.